Welcome back to another video in this Halloween series of 4, because there's 4 weeks in a month. 1, 2, don't do that. So last week we took some Target kind of like DIYs and dupes and stuff like that. And this week we went to the thrift store and found some stuff that we're gonna like kind of flip, do a thrift flip, and turn it into really, really beautiful things, the glorious things. So today we're gonna be making this skeleton pillow real quick. You saw that real quick. And then we're gonna make these like book decorations. Ooh, got him real quick. What was the last one? Oh God, what was the last one? Coffee filters we're turning into Halloween trees. There we go.
You did it. You really did it.
So starting off with this first DIY, I saw this absolutely adorable picture of these like bleached skeleton pillows. And I knew I had to make them because one of my friends would absolutely love to have this on her couch. So I'm just gonna give it to her once I'm done. Unless it turns out bad, then I'll keep it because I deserve that.
I deserve bad things.
So these are the supplies that I need today. I got big pillow, right? Black, don't look at this side, we're gonna change it. Can you imagine? Like, you can't even see it. It's black. Look, so I got this big puffy pillow at the thrift store. And all you really needed is one side black. Ideally, both sides will be black, but, oh, I have a trick for that. And will I show you? Absolutely, I will. Vinyl sheets. This is so I can, like, create the skeleton design and put, like, the bleach and stuff around it. And then this is gonna protect the pillow. Gonna protect the pillow. I like the Cricut ones. I get the Cricut vinyl sheets. I don't have a Cricut, so I'll be cutting it by hand. These ones are pretty nice. They're kind of expensive, but I haven't used them all yet, so worth it. We've got some chemicals, right? Everyone loves a good chemical. Me and my family. A scientific disclaimer. Big scientific disclaimer right here. I don't know which ones, but let's not mix these together. Let's not mix any of these together. There's a combination in here, I'm sure, that creates some kind of very, very deadly gas that will kill you. So don't mix these. You're gonna get a rancid gas. Meet me after one Taco Bell bean burrito. So I'm gonna start off by showing you exactly how we're gonna change that pillow that I threw across the room, and now thinking about it, I do need to get up and get it. So not a great move on my part. We're gonna paint that, and it's a mix of paint and something called fabric medium. It's very, very interesting. Do I have it? I do. Ooh, ooh. Goodbye. Goodbye, guys. Oh, real quick, shirt check. I wore my spooky shirt. It's like a Grateful Dead band tee, but it's so scary.
Oh, I'm terrifying.
There's the back. Ow. Oh my God. Okay, let me get that pillow before I kill myself. So I got my little paintbrush and a little palette that I can do the little mixies on. And before I start that, the pillow's nice and puffy. Nice and puffy. I'm just gonna take a little nap. It does have a zipper on it, so I wanna try to take all the stuffing out. I'm just a little worried I'm gonna ruin it, but it's just like, it's just this. Now that it's like a limp, dead fish.
I've scooped its insides out, and now it's dead.
But this makes it perfect so I can have a nice little flat surface to paint on.
Good pillow.
I think this pillow was, I have the price tag in the garbage, but I wouldn't spend more than $5 on anything at the thrift store, so it was probably under $5. And it was most likely half off, because I'm that cheap. What we got here is this fabric medium. It's called Textile Medium by Folk Art. I don't know, the lady at Michael's said.
This is a fabulous product, sir. You should totally buy that.
And I said, I don't know any better, so I'm trusting you. All right, Ruth? If you mess this up, if you mess with me. Okay, so this paintbrush, right? You're like, there's no way that you're gonna paint this pillow with that. Well, unfortunately, that's the way it's gotta be because this is the biggest paintbrush I have. It'll probably take me like 30 minutes to do this, but normally you'd want a bigger paintbrush or a smaller pillow. I'll be right back. So it's been about like 30 minutes of me doing this, so I wanted to do like a check-in to show you exactly how much I haven't done. Like, it looks great. See, it's really covering it and it looks black, but sometimes size does matter, contrary to popular belief, and this is not doing this the way that it should be done. Don't think I should have worded it that way. Well, I'll see you when this is done, all right? All right, good news. I painted it all. Took me an hour, but I did it. That's all that matters, really. If I had one tip for you guys for this DIY, it would be find a black pillow. Don't waste your time painting this. So now I gotta let this air dry for like 24 hours, I guess. And then it'll be all good, and then I can kind of work on the skeleton. So I successfully waited 24 hours for this to dry. It was just a blast. Me and my pillowcase. We read anime together, we laughed, we shared some secrets, we gossiped about boys. Oh. So what I'm gonna do now is I am going to make my vinyl little skeleton stencil. And I kind of have to play with some different rules just because my vinyl paper is like not too big compared to my pillow. If you can see that, so what I'm gonna do is I might wanna make some other ones, like, put them, Jesus Christ, like, a couple, you know. So I'm gonna come up with some designs and kind of pattern this all out, kind of show you what I cut out before I put it on there and spray everything, you know, if that makes sense. All right, so I went ahead and cut out my shapes. I saw this image, which the internet said it was copyright free. So I don't know if it lied to me, but I didn't feel bad tracing it and using it because the internet said it was free. I found this, can you see? It's a little bright. Maybe I'll put it back here and then I'll zoom in on it. So I still need to cut the eyes out, but what I kind of went ahead and did is you can see down here, I cut 9 of them out. And I want to make this cool like pattern out of the skulls instead of just making one big skull. I think it'll be kind of interesting. And I got to figure out if I want them like up and down or kind of just like shake them around to make it a little more organic. I'll figure it out. But the next time you'll see me is it's going to be a voiceover. It's going to be a fun voiceover of me putting the bleach on here. Hey guys, welcome to the voiceover. Ooh, look at all these skeleton faces, which are also called skulls. Beautiful. So yeah, I'm peeling these off. And I just gotta stick them down real good. Look, I'm almost done, and there we go. Perfect. So now I got the bleach, and I want to put on each one of these guys. Hello, yes. So fingers crossed, this works. You know. All right, so I'm spraying the bleach, each little skeleton, and then I want to do like a whole over kind of thing. So spray the bleach everywhere. Yes, spray it. Okay, let's see if it works. And of course, it didn't. So my hypothesis is that this right here is some kind of color fast fabric, which means it holds on to its like color. I guess, I don't know, I'm not really a scientist, but I did a little bit of research, so you could say I'm like kind of an expert on it. So I really don't think it wants to take bleach that well, and it's also like a canvasy material, so I feel like this is an outdoor pillow. So this is what I get for actually finding a nice pillow at the thrift store. Okay, so note to self, if you were trying this, just find a cheap cotton pillow. That's gonna slurp up that bleach real good. But all is not lost. I am gonna switch gears because it's not a DIY video with Ryan if one of them doesn't practically fail and blow up in my face. This is a fail, and we're gonna show you that you can change your trajectory and make it cool. So we're gonna do like a sort of faux bleach, I guess. I have the orange paint and some white paint and my fabric little thingy. It's gonna look pretty good. That's all I want. I just want it to look okay at this point. My standards have hit the floor. I'm gonna paint that. I won't show you what it looks like after that because we're gonna save that for the reveal. Just wait. It's gonna look, it has to look good. It has to look good. Okay, so now I just need to figure out how I can get all of this stuffing back into the pillow. Nom nom. I'm hungry for stuffing. You know, I think that turned out wonderful, don't you? I don't know how it turned out because I'm still waiting for the thing to dry. It'd be kind of funny if it was awful. But you know what? Knowing me, it's gonna be great. So moving on to the second DIY. This one is gonna be these like books from the thrift store that they turned into kind of like a pumpkin and a goose.
A goose.
Ooh. That was scary. So I found these books at Goodwill. They're kind of black and they're very aesthetic. I don't really know what they're about, but they're thick enough. And one of them had kind of like orangey pages, so it looks a little old. But nothing's scarier in this world than illiteracy. It seemed pretty straightforward to do this one. You get a hardcover book with a lot of pages, and all you do is just take the back cover off and then flip it around like this, and then all you're gonna need are 2 books. 2 books from the thrift store. They were $2 each, I think, because for some reason the hardcover books are more. Then I've got some orange paint because I'm making the pumpkin, and I want the outside of the pages to be orange. Got my paintbrush that we had before. Scissors. I've got like a thicker piece of paper to make a stencil for the things, and I've got some watered down brown paint because we're gonna try to age it. So first I'm gonna start off by making my stencil and taking these back covers off the book, and then we're gonna get going. It's gonna be great. This one seems a little easier than all of the other ones I've done. And I've said that before. This time I mean it. All right, we broke for lunch. I made my cutouts. Here's this one, half a ghost. I made a little pumpkin guy. It's basically like glued together with this first few pages, so if I take my knife, I'm gonna cut it open, but I wanna be careful.
Hey, Ryan. Why would you destroy me like that?
I'm sorry,
You killed me.
I'm gonna do it again, and then we're gonna start cutting stuff out.
Brother, no, he killed you. He's dead. Oh, God.
Now that you got these, it's gonna take a little bit, but you wanna take your little template, and I marked the top and the bottom just because it's like a half circle, so you wanna make sure you're doing it right. The big thing is when you're cutting this, you wanna make sure you're cutting it on the side with the seam in the middle, because if you do it on the other side, then you're just gonna have a bunch of loose papers. You don't want that. And make sure the book's upright. So if I'm cutting it, I want to be like this. You get what I'm saying. I am gonna try to see if I can cut this out with my scroll saw, but you guys probably won't have a scroll saw and you'll only have a pair of scissors. Ideally what you do, grab a few pages, cut a few pages, remark, cut more pages, and then go all the way through. But I'm gonna try to tape it together and run it through my saw. A little buzz buzz.
Buzz buzz.
So I'll let you know if that worked. Otherwise, use your scissors.
Hello. Hi, I'm Scissors.
So the scroll saw did work. Ooh, look, we've got our little guys. So this is garbage. Well, recycling because it's paper. So you don't really need to feel bad about that because paper is a renewable resource. So, you know what's spooky is environmental sustainability. So now what I want to do with these guys is I'm gonna paint the edges of the pumpkin at least, because a ghost is white, so I can really just flip it open and bing bang boom. There you go. Oh, it's almost done. That's basically it. It worked! It worked! But I want to paint this orange. Gonna paint the edge orange, but I want it to be like distressed, so that's why I had my watered down brown to kind of give it like an old feeling. Orange paint. Hello? I'm just gonna go to town. Now that I have everything painted, you can kind of see I tried to distress it a little bit, so it looks like a little old pumpkin. And then my little ghosty ghost, I tried to make him look vintage. So I heated up my glue gun, and all I really have to do at this point is glue like the pages together. Does it look good? Oh, ooh. Because it's Halloween. Another thing is this guy was a little easier to bend for some reason, the spine, but this one wasn't. So I had to do some like cracking every so often, so you might have to do that. Just be aware. But yeah, I'm just gonna glue it together. Gotta go, go. Ooh, ee. So you can see it's like looking really good from this side, but then the back, it's not. So I'm trying to fix that a little bit. So let me continue fluffing this guy up, and then I'll do the pumpkin, and we can kind of add some decorations, and then I'll show you how they turned out. I'm kind of really excited about this one. Is that weird? Okay. Listen, I know like a lot of times things don't go right, but like look at these. It's a pumpkin and a ghost? Are you kidding me? I got this little stumpy thing that I'm gonna glue here. I had some qualms with the original guys, right? So they added some like fluff to the pumpkin. I'm just like a little tacky. The ghost has like paper or felt cutout eyes and like a scarf, which is like cute and trendy, whatever, but I'm gonna make it look better and make it a little easier on you guys. Cause I got you, just a stump. That's like literally all you need to do and it's done. And then this guy, instead of felt, I'm gonna spray paint the little eyes on.
Right there.
With the hot glue, let's hot do it. Well, next time you see these are gonna be just gorgeous. Ladies, take it away. Alright, we've made it to our final DIY. I know, so sad. But you know what? There's last week's video you can watch also, and next week's video, and the week after that. Halloween is still in full force. October, baby. The final thrift flip that I had, I got these coffee filters. Where'd you go? Oh, my bones. Fashion. So I found a bunch of these coffee filters at the thrift store, and I'm like, I could turn those into a tree for Halloween, because I saw this picture on Pinterest or the internet or somewhere. I don't know, right here. I don't even know what it was. Like, is it ribbon, blah, 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 but I was like, ooh, perfect. Coffee filter. I can stain these like a black with food coloring, and it'll look so natural just because like the texture on these coffee filters is just insane. We're gonna dye these together. We're gonna figure that out, and then I'm gonna make paper cones, because I couldn't find paper cones literally for the life of me anywhere. You'd think they have them, but they don't. So I'm just gonna make them out of like cardboard or something, and that's like so easy. Guess who's back? Hey, it's me, doing a voiceover. Okay. Hey guys, so I'm putting all these colors in. So I mixed equal parts of blue, green, and I think yellow. So as you can see, I just gotta stir it up. And it's really, really, really difficult to stir this up for some reason, because it just doesn't want to sit in water. So you just gotta make sure it's real mixed up. Anyways, after it's all mixed up, then I'm gonna kind of put the coffee filters in there, just like dab them around. It looks a little green right now, but you know, hopefully once I just like set it in here for a while and let it soak for 30 minutes, then it's gonna be fine. Oh, I'm running out of time. Okay, so then after this like sits in there, then so once you take it outside, you're gonna just like squeeze it out. Get those juices out, girl. You're very boy. Me after I walk around the block, look at all that sweat. Take it out. You gotta dab it down. Dab it down. Dab down. With the paper down. Anyways, and then you just kind of let it dry. As you can kind of see, we're foreshadowing. The color's not exactly what I wanted. So, oh god. I tried to dye these coffee filters, and it's an interesting color, pinky, black, bluey, whatever. But it's not what I wanted. So we're gonna go to Plan B. I'm still gonna use these, but I think I'm just gonna spray paint them. I think it'll look way much better. If I had fabric dye, I could totally do that, but I don't want to buy fabric dye. So I'm trying to use what I already have instead of trying to get more things to make things work. So now I need to make my paper cones, and to make those paper cones, I need paper. The best way to do this is measure out your paper. So mine is 8.5, all right, up. So I'm gonna go down here, long ways, and do 8.5 again. Boop. And then, because I know everybody has this in their house, you need to get a big wooden hoop that you bought a year ago. So it has to be a big wooden hoop that you bought a year ago. So I'm gonna go, woo, and you can see I have done the deed.
Thanks to my wooden hoop.
So another kind of trick you can do, especially with this thicker paper, is like pre-bend it. Like, I don't want to say pre-roll because that means something else, but you know, like what I'm doing where I'm curving it like a tsunami wave.
Oh my god, it's flooding!
Or like, just imagine some cool dude right here, like surfing on this wave. And it doesn't have to be perfect when you bend it together because we're covering it and stuff anyways, so. Live your life, live your life. I finished my cone. Ow, ow. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but, so you can cut the bottom, you can trim it however you want. So I trimmed it, so it's a little off kilter, because I didn't want it to be straight up and down, because like, for some reason, tilting it makes it seem spookier to me. So all I'm gonna do, my coffee filter, I'm gonna cut it right up the center, and then I'm gonna cut little strips, I guess. Doesn't matter if they're even, because who cares? You're making art, and art is imperfect. Hey, look what I did. I did it. I wrapped all the tissue paper around the cone. Woo! It looks fine. It kind of looks like a mummy tree, like if you look at it up close. But I still want it black, so I'm gonna make another one because I've got more than enough coffee filters, as you can see. I'm gonna do that and then spray paint them, and then you're gonna see the grand reveal! So let me know what you thought about all those DIYs we just did. It's kind of fun to go to the thrift store and use your imagination to see how you can make something expensive, but like for way cheap, and also helping the environment at the same time, because environmental sustainability is a very important thing, especially nowadays. I understand it's the 1% and the corporations that are at fault, but you know what? They've guilted me so hard into believing that it's my fault that I'm doing anything I can. So great job, corporations and rich people's PR teams. Shout out to you guys. Make sure you comment down below what your favorite DIY was. Maybe there's like a different thrift flip DIY you want me to do and I didn't do it. And maybe I can do it next year because Halloween is only a month and I've already got all my video plans. So don't hold your breath. You'll die. Leave a like on this video if you really liked the video, and make sure you subscribe to my channel because I'm going to be creating, like I said in last week's video, if you haven't checked it out, go check it out. Putting a link in one of these corners. So yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up with exactly what I'm doing, especially for Halloween. And then next month we're switching gears. We're going to do some fun, silly ideas with furniture and more decor. That's not necessarily related to the holidays, so who knows what I'm going to do. And, you know, put the notifications on if you really want to exactly know when I post a video. It's always going to be Tuesdays at 2 p.m., but if you forget, YouTube will let you know. And follow me on Instagram. I'm putting more content on Instagram if you want to kind of see like what my week is like. It's kind of like vlogs, but with like pictures. So I hope you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day because you deserve it, and I need you to go out there and make a new memory. All right?